We know innovation is key to driving economic growth. It can make us more productive, adaptable, and create a higher standard of living. It can help solve some of the world's most pressing issues.
AI is that which basically a human can or should be able to do, but now a machine does. So it may be chess, it may be playing Jeopardy, it may be playing Go, it may be driving a car, it may be driving an airplane, it may be poker, or investment, or painting, or music, you name it. Anything that the human can do, that the machine does or will do.
So whether you want to be inspired, whether you want to get ideas that you can incorporate literally instantly into your company, like access to tools, technologies, it's just a fantastic opportunity to meet companies that are exponentially growing.
You will be also in the front edge of these technologies being presented for the first time, some of them, and be able to give feedback based on who you are in the audience, so that the people who are presenting their ideas or innovation can learn from that. So you'll be able to say one day, you know, I had a hand in that technology when it was first being introduced. So you get to be part of history.
So this particular fund has been set up for the purpose of investing in the AI, particularly innovations that raise mankind and humanity into a better consciousness on this planet. And so today you're going to be listening to presenters that they believe they have innovations and technology, AI that's going to do that. And each of them are looking for different amounts of capital. Obviously, they have evaluated their businesses at certain whacked up numbers already from what I've seen and from what I've heard. Some of them make sense. One of them does not make sense to me, given where they're at. So, part of this panel is that you will be sitting in the seat of one of these divisions of a company called Kira. And what we'll be doing is you will take a look at which one kind of calls to you, and we will give you the set of questions that relate to that particular division to sort of keep in mind when you're listening to and evaluating what it is that they're saying, and then giving feedback to them after the fact.
Hello, everybody. My name is Shiva Bhardwaj, CEO and founder of PitStop, where we predict vehicle failures before they happen. About 100 years ago, the first vehicle rolled off the assembly line and a revolution was born. And today, we're on the cusp of the next biggest revolution, the autonomous and connected vehicle. By 2020, the entire auto industry has announced that this technology will be a reality for the masses. But what's often missed in this beautiful vision of the future is the simple fact that in 2015, there's a record-breaking 35 million vehicles that broke down on the side of the road in the US alone. And this number has been increasing over the years because of the simple fact that vehicles are complicated. I mean, there's more lines of code in a car than in the average plane flying in the air today. And that's where PitStop comes in. PitStop aggregates data from vehicles, from the supply chain, and from dealerships in order to build the ultimate AI data engine. What it does is it's capable of predicting when recalls occur on the vehicle, ensuring vehicles are abiding by the emission standards, as well as identifying how particular components are failing in the vehicle and supplying that to tier 1 suppliers so they can better iterate on vehicles as we move into the future. We're designing the system so it sits on top of the connected car infrastructure. What's cool is that by 2020, it's estimated that vehicle self-repairing software will be valued at about $7 billion, growing at a rate of 29% year over year. And the reason we know that our technology is a leader in the space of predictive maintenance is because of the way we've acquired data. The first thing that we do is we work with multiple vehicle brands. So we're not just stuck with Ford, for example, and we're collecting onboard computer data from all these vehicles, as well as when we work with the retail level with dealerships, we collect historical records on how cars have failed over the past 10 years. It's the combination of these two data sources that makes our machine intelligence system one of the most robust and accurate that exists on the market. 2 weeks ago, we were announced by the O'Reilly's list as one of the leading companies in machine intelligence within the space of predictive maintenance. And it's all been made possible because we've launched an all-in-one connected maintenance platform to help automotive dealerships increase customer retention to their service departments. The way it works is when you as a user go to buy a brand new vehicle from your dealership, it'll come equipped with the telematics device that plugs in underneath the dashboard of the vehicle. This is completely free of charge to you as a user. What's happening is that as you're driving around, PitStop's constantly monitoring over 300 sensors on your vehicle to provide you the most accurate insights on how your vehicle is going to fail. There's no bias from a service advisor trying to upsell you on things you don't need on your car. It's data-driven insights. And so this is what builds the trust and transparency between the vehicle owner and the dealership. And ultimately, with the press of a button, you can book an appointment right back to your service location. So it makes the whole customer experience seamless. Since February of 2016, we launched, and we already have 10 dealerships on our platform with over 700 connected cars. 40% of our user base has already booked an appointment back to our dealership network because of the suggestions that we've provided. And that's how we monetize, based on the fact that we can retain customers back to dealerships. We charge dealerships a monthly recurring SaaS fee of about $1,000 a month, and we charge a per vehicle installation fee of $50. We are growing at a rate of about 30% month over month in terms of our revenue, and we have about 250 devices being delivered to our dealership partners every single month as of right now.
Shiva, how much capital are you looking for? I don't think I saw that or heard that.
Yeah, so we're looking for $1 million at a 10% for 10% equity.
10%. And you came to that valuation how?
Based on the roadmap of our technology development and our execution already that we're running within the market today. So it's not 100% revenue driven, it is very much technology dependent.
Let me ask you something. Do you think your competitor is your own customer? Is the car manufacturer your competitor?
So, like I spend 30% of my time talking to car manufacturers about what they see as the future, and they have a huge roadmap. So like, one thing is, let's say my market cap is $70 billion and I'm Ford. The biggest thing I need to focus on is how I can double that. And right now, for them, it is that autonomous connected infrastructure. Predictive maintenance sits as a small niche within this whole picture. It will become more and more valuable to them as time progresses, but I think that's where they see direct opportunities to work with young startup companies that are really already proving it in market to help enhance their systems.
I'm not really sure, I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm not really sure about your pricing model, because if I understood it, you were only charging them $1,000 a month per dealership?
Yeah, right now. Yeah.
And $50 one-time cost?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would actually ask you, not today, but to sort of take a look at that and why you wouldn't have a recurring
per vehicle
licensing fee on a per vehicle basis at a reduced amount in additional years, unless it's got a lifespan of only 2 years and it's going to have to be replaced, etc.
Your valuation is very high, you know that, eh? So you're doing $120,000 a year now, and $1 million at 10% says you think it's a $10 million company today.
But it's based on, well, two factors. One is the rate at which we're growing at this moment, and the second is based on the technology that we've already been able to prove. So I do understand that, but...
Okay, good. You have multiple places where you can sell your data, because you collect data, right? You've already have pricing for dealers. There's no pricing for users yet, but there could possibly be. There's no pricing yet for OEMs who may want the data because it's multiple manufacturers. There are research companies out there who specialize in the automotive industry that may be of interest to this data once you build up enough data. So you need the scale. The real value is what people do with the data. Have you got anything in what you do to help teach people what to do with the data to have value in their business, either increase their revenue, reduce their costs, or reduce their risk?
So within dealerships specifically, it's all about how they can work with their customers to help increase revenue. So it's like we have trends where we can see what the revenue has been so far without something like Pit Stop. And then when they introduce it, how we can increase it based on promotions that are data specific. So by the user knowing that my car is at this mileage or my car's temperature sensor is exceeding some value, which is why I should go for service, it makes the decision-making process for the customer much more easier.
All right, Shiv, I like what you have to say, and we want to make the investment. I'm speaking on behalf of the group, but it's going to be based on reevaluating your evaluation because it's too high. And then what we want to do is, as a team, we want to take a look at how we can bring maybe more value other than capital to take you to market. Yeah. So we'll have a chat. All right. Thanks very much.